Hello Shenanigamers, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Last time we went into the ruins and ended up doing pretty well. We ended up getting a legendary bracer, which coincidentally is available on this quest. Now, let's see. What can we get here, and what should we do? We could get a hero's ring in the cove. We also have silence in the crypts. Potentially we could try to kill the Necromancer this time around, since we have more damage. If we were to give Dismas Duelist's Advance instead of Grapeshot Blast, and then Point Blank Shot instead of Open Vein, keep Pistol Shot and Tracking Shot, they could swap out with Reynold. And Reynold could use Bulwark of Faith, Zealous Accusation, Smite, and Stunning Blow without issue. Ide could continue to heal them, while Ditton could apply Blights, some minor heals, and potentially stun, and clear corpses. We could potentially take Reynold, Dismas, Ditton, and Ide into the ruins to take down the Necromancer. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. Let's make sure that everyone is well prepared first, though. We need to make sure Ide and Ditton get their weapons and armors up to the same level. And that everyone's skills are up to the same level. Alright. We are currently at the highest point they can be. Let's see. What negative quirks are we dealing with, and what positive quirks are we dealing with as well? Everyone has 4 camping skills, so we're covered there. Reynold has Paranormania, Nocturnal, and Demonomania. Believes is possessed by demons and obsessed with paranormal. Doesn't really affect us too much. Nocturnal, -2 speed of torch is above 75. Not great. Robust, plus 15% disease resist, that's fine. On guard, plus 4 speed, plus 5 dodge on first round. It's good. Natural Eye, plus 5 accuracy, ranged skills. That'll be good for Zealous Accusation at least. Gifted Healing, plus 20% healing received. That'll be fantastic. Fast Healer, plus 10% healing skills while camping. That's not bad. Dismas, Demonomania, believes is possessed by demons. Again, not much of a problem. Tippler and Known Cheat. In town will only drink. Is not allowed to gamble while in town. Those don't really matter on this quest. But Reflexes, plus 2 speed. That's good. On guard, plus 4 speed and plus 5 dodge on first round. Very good. Gothic, Weird Reconstruction, plus 25% healing received. Not bad, but doesn't really matter in this quest. Cove Scrounger, plus 5% scouting chance in Cove. This is the ruins, so not really an issue for us. Eagle Eye, plus 5% crit range skills. That'll be good for Pistol Shot and Grapeshot Blast. If we take Point Blank Shot and Duelist's Advance instead, then it would be great for Point Blank Shot 2. Ditton, Slow Draw, -4 speed on first round, not great. Light Sensitive, -10% damage if torch above 75. The damage isn't really direct damage isn't really where Ditton does most of their damage. Most of their damage comes from the blights that they deal. Bad Gambler, increased chance of losing money while gambling. Known Cheat, is not allowed to gamble while in town. Tippler, in town will only drink. Those three really don't matter in this quest. Warren's Scrounger, plus 5% scouting chance of Warrens. Cove Scrounger, plus 5% scouting chance of Cove. Those don't really matter in this quest. Slugger, plus 10% damage melee skills. None of the skills that we have equipped on them currently are melee. Night Owl, plus 2 speed if torch below 26. And not really much of an issue there. Unholy Hater, plus 15% damage versus Unholy, minus 15% stress versus Unholy. That will actually come in handy. So, if the torch is above 75, but we're going against unholy enemies, damage will actually go to a plus 5%. Be at plus 5% there. It's not much of an issue. Warren's Foe, plus 20% stress in Warrens. That's all I'd has for negative quirks, and that doesn't really matter this time of year, so that's fine. Tough, plus 10% max HP. That's good. Spiritual, plus 25% healing received on Divine Grace and Divine Comfort. That's absolutely fine. Robust, plus 15% disease resist. That's good. Night Owl, plus 2 speed if torch below 26. Not really going to matter much. Irrepressible, plus 5% virtue chance. Not upset with that. Ide is pretty good in this. Alright. We could use the usual suspects here if we really wanted to. Is there anyone who could potentially deal with it better though? Reviers, maybe. Machel, again maybe. Kid, I don't think so. Pekoth, not really, I don't think. Framan, probably not, given that they mainly deal with bleeds. And most of the unholy enemies in the ruins will not be able to have bleeds. Crimson Vicaire, maybe, possibly. Rosai, possibly. Sigmund, I don't think so, but maybe. Murtabersh, probably not. Syset, they're a bit underleveled. Same thing with Bone Lady, they're a bit underleveled. Bellet, maybe. Bersigny, potentially. Dufour, possibly. I think we're going with the usual suspects on this one. Bringing the usual suspects in for a boss fight. Reynold, Dismas, Ditton, Ide. The usual suspects. Let's get them some trinkets to help. Now, Reynold, we need you to have as much protection as possible, so you are getting Barristan's head. This is not up for discussion. And on top of that, we will give you heavy boots. Your speed is going to be 0, which is not the greatest thing in the world, but does mean you'll have a lot of protection. Bulwark of Faith should put you up to, I believe, 73%? Would be 53% without the heavy boots. We can actually go without the heavy boots here. Yeah, I think we'll put the heavy boots back. Let's sort by rarity here. as we go back through. And then what are we going to look for here that we can potentially deal with this? Or what can we potentially do here? What could deal with this better? Let's see. Actually, the Ancestor's Pen could do a pretty good job. Here. Or Dismas's Head. Or we could go for the Legendary Bracer or the Focus Ring. I think maybe the Focus Ring would be good. The plus 10 accuracy would be very helpful. Let's see, do we have anything else specific for them? No, we don't have any other super specific Crusader item here. We could give them the Brawler's Gloves for more damage, but I don't think that's what we want to do here. So, now, let's actually give them the Focus Ring. We'll drop their dodge by 8, which is a lot. But with the amount of protection they're going to have, that might not be as much of an issue. Plus the bonus to crit and accuracy will be very helpful. Alright, now Dismas. We should decide now. Are we going to up your Duelist Advance and Point Blank Shot? We should also worry about Ide, because Hand of Light is only usable from the first 2 ranks. I think we want to take Illumination instead, but Illumination is only usable from the first 3 positions. And we have Ide at the back. Mace Bash wouldn't do us any good either. We could take Judgment in its place. I think we want to keep Tracking Shot in case an enemy with stealth comes along. We don't really need Grape Shot Blast though. Open Vein won't do us too much good. So then we can swap out Open Vein for Duelist Advance, and we can swap Grape Shot Blast for Point Blank Shot. So we are going to do that. This will be a worthy investment, I believe. And an investment it is indeed. But it should be a good one, in theory. So, let's see. Swap out Grape Shot Blast for Point Blank Shot, and we swap out Open Vein for Duelist's Advance. That sets up the Riposte, and can help Dismas continue to do damage whilst moving forward. And then Point Blank Shot after Duelist's Advance ensures that we deal a lot of damage with a ranged attack here. Now then, Eagle Eye will also give more of a crit chance to Point Blank Shot, which already has a plus 8% crit mod. And we have a plus 8%, well, Dismas has a plus 8 crit. Dismas has an 8% crit chance at base, is what I was trying to say there. I don't know why I struggled with that so much. And then if we use Tracking Shot, then we can buff that to a 15% crit chance at base, plus 8% from Point Blank Shot, which would put that up to 23%, and then Eagle Eye would make that a 28% crit chance, which could be very good. So then, let's see, what do we give you, Dismas? If they were ranged skills, I would give you the Ancestor's Pen. Instead, I think we're going to give you the Ancestor's Candle. If we keep the Torchlight high, which we shouldn't have much of a problem doing at all, then That will be fantastic for you. And then, let's see, what else? Actually, do we want to give Reynold the focus ring, or do we want to give him the legendary bracer? Dropping their speed by 1 wouldn't be the worst thing we could do. And giving them more raw damage would be quite helpful. I think the extra crit chance and accuracy will be better on Dismas. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to swap the legendary bracer for the focus ring on Reynold, and then give Dismas the focus ring. Their dodge goes down to 17, but we can bump that up to 22 with the Ancestor's Candle, so that's only a -3. So then that won't be as much of a problem. And then the crit chance is now 13, plus 5 for Eagle Eye, plus 8 for Point Blank Shot. So that's 26, and then if we add the plus 7, if we use that after Point Blank Shot, or Tracking Shot rather, then that becomes 34%, which is pretty dang good. And if we have clean guns used first, then that becomes 42%. That's very high crit chance. And on Point Blank Shot, that crit is going to do a lot. That crit would put in some work, and I'm all about that. So, Ditton, let's see what we can give you. You mainly deal with blights and have some backup heals, so we can give you the Poisoned Herb to up your blight skill chance. That'll lower your max HP a bit, but not by too much, I believe. And then let's see. What else can I give you? I could give you the Convergence Charm. That would up your healing skills a bit. No real drawback, and I think that's what we're going to do. And then Ide. You have Tough, which raises your max HP by 10%. The Tome of Holy Healing would lower it by 15%, which puts you at 38, rather than 39, which is your base, and rather than 43, which is what you get after Tough, so that's not too much of a problem there, not too much of a drop in max HP. I'm happy with that trade-off for an extra 25% healing, and then Junia's head would be an extra 30%. So let's go with that. Alright. I think that's it for trinkets that we need. Hand of Light is good if we get pushed to the front. Judgment is only good if we stay at the back. So we'll keep Hand of Light just in case. And then it does have better damage against the Unholy, so that'll be good as well. So we'll keep Dazzling Light and Hand of Light. Divine Grace and Divine Comfort. Right. We have Pray, Chant, Bless, and Pep Talk on Ide. We have Self-Medicate, Leeches, Experimental Vapors, and Encourage on Ditton. We have Bandit's Sense, Clean Guns, Unparalleled Finesse, and Wound Care on Dismas, and we have Zealous Vigil, Zealous Speech, Stand Tall, and Encourage on Reynold. Alright. I think this is how we do it. Let's move on to provision. We start with the firewood, a holy water, and an anti-venom. This is a boss fight, so we will take no chances here. We will take 2 full stacks of food. And this is a veteran quest, so we definitely don't want to take any chances here. So we will take 4 shovels, move up to bring up to a full stack. We will bring a full stack of antivenoms, so bring enough to put us up to a full stack with the one that we start with. Same thing with holy waters. Bring 5 more of those to put us up to a full stack. A full stack of bandages, a full stack of medicinal herbs. Bring 3 keys, just in case we need them. A full stack of laudanum. And we will bring... we will bring... a stack and a half of torches. Because of Reynold and I, we probably won't need 2 full stacks of torches to keep the light high, but just in case we need to put the torch light up between rooms and such, that will come in handy, and we will bring 2 Aegis scales as a precaution. Right. Let's go ahead and embark.
I entertained a delegation of experts from overseas, eager to plumb the depths of their knowledge and share with them certain techniques and alchemical processes I had found to yield wondrous and terrifying results. Having learned all I could from my visiting guests, I murdered them as they slept. A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
Alright then. We have plus 33% resolve XP and plus 15% damage in the ruins for this quest, so this is probably the best we're going to get. There's no scout to start this off with, and as I believe the theory has been proven, this will be where the Necromancer is, and it is a straight shot there, but it is a long one. So let's get going. Good dodge on that trap there, Ditton. Locked display cabinet. We can use a key on that. Yours for the taking. We have some gold, some crests, and a citrine. We have a confession booth. Let's have Dismas. What's up? To invest in it. It contains hidden treasure.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Alright then. We'll take that. Well, we'll take what we can from it. Switch light up as we head into this room. No room battle. We do get a scout though. Ahead we have a curio, a trap, and an empty room. It's not too bad. Check the curio. The pack contains loot.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
We'll swap the citrine out for this emerald. We can't take more gold or food. So that's fine there. And we have 70, 100, 80, and 70% chances to disarm this trap, so we'll have Dismas take care of it. That brings their stress back down to 0, and then didn't get a bit stressed out. Alright. Torchlight up into this room. No room battle, no scout. Let's keep moving up. And we have a hallway battle. 2 bone conscripts and a bone noble. Let's start off with a duelist's advance on the noble. Some good damage there. Set up for the riposte, tempting goblet on Biton. They get the debuff and the stress there. We go for dazzling light on this noble.
Confidence
that will take
surges
them
as
down
the enemy crumbles.
and brings the light back up. go for a Bulwark of Faith.
The light, the promise
Reynold?
of safety.
And let's go for a Disorienting Blast on this Bone Conscript. We get the stun, there's the corpses, and we get the shuffle there. Bumping the knife on Reynold, which they dodge. There goes the stun on that conscript. Let's go for a point blank shot here with a crit for 44. Very nice damage. Let's actually go for the battlefield license here on Dylan, just to heal them back up to full. And we'll go for a dazzling light on this conscript. We get the stun there. There goes the stun. And then smite with a crit for 42. We'll take them down. We have a warrior's
This
bracer here
expedition
and
at least
gold.
promises success.
Don't actually need or we don't really need or have the room to carry any of those. This pack here contains loot, which is gold, which we cannot take. That is fine. We'll head into this room. And we have a room battle. We have 2 cultist gladiators, a gargoyle, and a cultist enchantress. And as it turns out, the gargoyle is in fact stonework, so bringing the trinket that gives 40% extra damage, or plus 40% damage, versus stonework would have helped against the gargoyle, but that's fine. I don't really need that right now. So let's go for the duelist advance on this cultist gladiator with a crit for 23, which takes them down and out right away. Red for the old gods, Dismas. Ow. They repulse for some decent damage. To resist the debuff and the bleed. Flash of the tail against Dismas. Does some damage. And the repulse for the crit for 13 takes down the gargoyle. Stressful incantation on Ide. Gets them marked. Stresses them out a bit and brings the light down. Let's go for a dazzling light on the enchantress. They dodge, but we bring the light back up. And then we can go for a zealous accusation. The enchantress dodged, but the gladiator did not. And then battlefield medicine could be used here on Dismas, but I think Noxious Blast on the gladiator with a crit for 3 will actually take them out. So now the enchantress is the only one left. Point blank shot
Decimated.
takes them down. We have a sapphire, 2 emeralds, and a vial of the blood. We can use a torch here, and you know what? We're actually going to swap out one torch. Can we swap it out for the emeralds or the sapphire? Well, we already have some emeralds, so we can take those 2 emeralds. There we go. And then we can swap out the 1 torch for the sapphire. We have plenty of the blood. So we get no scalp from this, but that's fine. So let's keep moving. We have a torch here. An unburned torch. We can just use that to
trinkets and
torch light up
baubles,
a little bit.
paid for in blood.
And then we have a hallway battle here. We have 2 outlaw cutthroats and a fusilier with stealth. So let's see then. Let's go for the tracking shot on the fusilier first. Brings them out of stealth and gives us a buff for this battle, plus 18% damage, plus 9 accuracy, plus 7% crit. That would be very good. And let's go ahead and go for the disorienting blast on this fusilier as well. We get the stun and the shuffle there. Now let's go for a dazzling light on this cutthroat. We get the stun there. And then let's go for a stunning blow on the outlaw cutthroat in the front here, see if we can't get full stun on all of them. And we do! We get every one of them stunned on the surprise round. It's fantastic. Getting the surprise there was very nice. Blanket fire. Hits everyone.
Clarified in a single
Hit them
strike.
for 6. Let's go for a duelist advance here on this cutthroat. Does quite a bit of damage there. And we'll go for the Noxious Blast on this cutthroat. Blight and the debuff there. Blight does some damage, slice and dice on Dizziness and Reynold.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
The Repulsed takes them down though. And then we'll go for Divine Comfort here. Heal everyone up a bit. Slice and dice on Reynold and Dismas. Crits Reynold for 8. And then the Repulsed takes them down. And then let's go for a Bulwark of Faith. Let's bring the light up even further.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted,
put up some protections,
and purpose is made clear.
And then, just because it's all we can do, we'll have Dismas go for a point-blank shot here for 28. We'll go for a Battlefield Medicine on Dismas. Heal them up just a bit there. Rushed shot on Bitten. Ow. And then another Divine Comfort. Heals everyone up a bit more. Everyone's at almost full health, or most everyone is almost at full health. And then let's go for the Smite on Fusilier.
Annihilated.
And that will take them down. Right. We have an Onyx
As
and
victories
600
mount,
gold here.
so too will resistance.
We can't take either of those, really. So let's just keep going then. And head into this room. We have another room battle. We have a Bone Bulwark, a Stealth Bone Veteran, a Frothing Madman, and a Bone Noble. Let's go for the tracking shot on the Bone Veteran first. That brings them out of stealth and gives us that buff. Dismas, Accusation on Reynold, which of course was dodged, as was shown there, which is very good. We'll go for a Plague Grenade here on the Bone Noble and the Frothing Madman. Get the Blight on both of them. Tempting Goblet on Ditton with a crit for 8. Ow. And they get the debuff. Let's go for a Dazzling Light on this Frothing Madman. We get the stun. That's good. And let's go for the Bulwark of Faith with Reynold.
In Radiance, may we find
Axe
victory.
Blade on Reynold. Good dodge. Graveyard Slash on Reynold. Ow. Blight does some damage to the Frothing Madman, and there goes their stun. Blight does some damage to the Bone Noble as well. Tempting Goblet on Ide. Ow. They get the debuff. The Blight will take care of the Noble. We don't have to worry about them anymore. So let's go for the Duelist's Advance on this Bone Veteran. That almost takes them down, but we get the Repulsed set up there, which is good. Now then, let's go for the Plague Grenade here. There's a little bit more damage and we get the Blight again, so now the Madman and the Noble will both die to the Blight. Let's go for the Divine Comfort.
Compassion
up
is
a
a
bit.
rarity in the fevered
That heals
pitch
everyone
of
up to
battle.
full, except Ditton, who's one shy. Graveyard Slash on Reynold, Owl, and then Foul Warding on this Bone Veteran. Alright, let's go for the Stunning Blow on the Bone Bulwark. We get the stun, which removes the protection. The guard, rather.
The slow
Bone Veteran.
death.
There goes the Bone Noble.
Unforeseen.
Let's go for a
Unforgiving.
point-blank shot here on the Bulwark.
Great is the weapon that
Just
cuts on its own.
The knockback there. Blight took care of the Madman. Let's go for the Noxious Blast on the Bulwark. Set up the Blight if you can. Debuff and the Blight. Very good. And then let's go for a Dazzling Light on the
Their
Bone Veteran. That
formation
will
is
take them
broken.
down.
Maintain the offensive.
And then a Smite on the Bulwark. Do some good damage, and the Blight will take
Death
them down.
by inches.
And we have a Move Amulet. Plus 20% move skill chance, plus 30% move resist, minus 20% debuff resist. Interesting. We have some food here we can use. We have Reynold and Ditton. Heal up. That puts everyone at full health, which is very good. We have 6 crests, which we can take, and we have a Vial of the Blood. which we do not need. Then, we do not get a scout from this either. We have an Eldritch Altar here, an altar dedicated to unholy abominations. Perhaps a great power lies within. If we use holy water here, we can get rid of a negative quirk. So, who do we want to use that with? Ditton has light sensitive and slow draw. Ide only has Warren's Robe. Dismas has Tickler, Moonsheet, and Demonomania. Ditton has Bad Gambler, Known Cheat, and Tickler as well. Has light sensitive and slow draw. Reynold has Demonomania, Paranormania, and Nocturnal. I think we give this one to Ditton. Slow draw removed. That's good. Now their speed isn't lowered on the first round. Only one round left of the minus 5% crit debuff on Ditton and Ide. So let's just keep moving and that will go away. Alright, we have a holy battle right off the bat, so that will go away as soon as they do what they're going to do. We have 3 bone conscripts. Alright. Let's go for a disorienting blast on this one. Get the shuffle and the stun there. Let's go for a duelist advance on this one. With a crit for 23.
Falls,
that takes them out.
Blossoms.
That's another post. We'll go for a dazzling light on this conscript.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
There goes
We
the stun
require
on that one.
only the strength
Let's
to
go for
follow
a
it.
smite there. And that one in the front. 27, that will take it down. And let's go for a point blank shot just to get that corpse gone. We'll go for a noxious blast here. Set up blight, so we get the blight there. And the debuff. Let's go for a divine comfort.
Compassion is a
Again.
rarity in the fevered pitch
The
of
blight
battle.
takes care of the conscript. It's a coin from that, which we can't really take.
Foolish horrors, brought low
And
and
then
driven into the
here
mud.
we have a confession booth. We use holy water here. Let's have Ditton do that. Ritual relieves the hero. That gets rid of 30 stress. That's pretty good. Glad we have that taken care of. Let's head into this room. We have a room battle. Bone Bulwark. We have a Bone Bulwark, a Bone Veteran, a Frothing Madman, and a Bone Noble. We've had this before. Let's go for the tracking shot on the Veteran. That brings them out of stealth and gets us the buff. Doomsay. Reynold and Dismas dodged. Ditton and Ide did not, however. Let's go for the Dazzling Light on the Bone Bulwark. They resist the stun. Tempting Goblet on Ide. Good dodge. Now let's go for the Plague Grenade. We crit the Frothing Madman for 2, and hit the Bone Noble for 2. We got the Blight on both of them. And then let's go for the Bulwark of Faith with Reynold. Graveyard Slash on Reynold. Ow. And then an Axe Blade on Reynold. Good dodge. And then the Blight does some damage. Accusation on Ide. Instead of
Gnawing
horror,
uncertainty.
they resisted the debuff at
Birthplace
least.
of
Tempting
dread.
Goblet on Ide. We get the debuff there. Oh. We'll go for another Plague Grenade. Crit on the Bone Noble for 2, and hitting the Frothing Madman for 2 this time. We get the Blight on both of them again. Let's go for a Duelist's Advance on this Bone Veteran. With a crit for 20. We'll take them out. And we can use Laudman here. Get rid of the Horror on Ide. And we can go for a Dazzling Light on this Frothing Madman. We get the stun there. And the blight will take care of the madman and the noble. So let's go for the stunning blow on the bulwark. And we get the stun. There goes the stun. Now let's go for the point blank shot. They
Slowly,
do not resist the knockback.
gently. This
They're
is
left
how
on
a
one
life is
health,
taken.
which is fine. Let's go for the disorienting blast on the bulwark. You get the stun and the shuffle. The madman dies to the light. We go for the
The flesh is
Divine Comfort. We get a crit heal for 12 on Reynold. Everyone's back up to full health. Now let's go for the smite on the bulwark. That will take them down. We have 2 food, 2
Remind
portraits,
yourself
vial of
that
blood,
overconfidence is a
500
slow
gold.
and
Can't take any
insidious
of that.
killer.
Sarcophagus. Let's have Ditton open it. Hidden treasure, which we cannot take. We do not get a scout from this. It's fine, we'll just keep moving. We can deal with that hunger just fine. We can deal with the hunger just fine there. We have a stack of books. Let's have Ditton take a look at it. Ruins Adventurer in place of Night Owl. That's actually a very good trade-off there. Minus 20% stress in Ruins is a good trade-off for Night Owl. Especially with Ditton having Unholy Hater. It's actually very good. I'm very happy with that. Let's up the torchlight here. And head into this room. No room battle, no scout. Let's keep going then. We have an unburned torch here, which we can use. And we will. Bring the light back up. Let me investigate. I sense the work of spirits. Alright, stashed loot. We have an onyx and a jade. We can't take either of those, but it's fine. Head into this room. No room battle, no scout. We're getting closer. Here we have a curio, a crate, which is empty. We have
Even
an
the
obstacle
cold
here.
stone
Rubble, which
seems
we can
bent on preventing
take
passage.
down with a shovel. We'll bring the torchlight up a bit here. We can deal with the hunger just fine. We still have food for it. We'll bring the torchlight up again before we head into this room. No room battle, no scout. Keep going. We have 2 twitching maggots and an overgrown spitter here. Let's go with the duelist advance on the spitter, which they dodge. We still get the riposte set up though. Let's go for the noxious blast on this maggot in the front. Get the blight. The blight will take care of them. So then let's go for the dazzling light on the overgrown spitter, which gets the stun. There goes the stun. There goes the maggot. And the other maggot goes to Grave Nibble on Ditton. Ow. They resist the stun though. Hang on a second. Sorry about that, Shenanigamers. Had to take care of something real quick. We're back now. So, let's go ahead and go for the smite on this twitching maggot, which they dodge. Right. Let's go for the point blank shot then.
Another
Take them down.
abomination cleansed from our lands.
And the dazzling light and the overgrown spider. They resist the stun. Go for the bite from Ditton. Ow. They resist the blight though. Let's go for the battlefield medicine on Ditton. Kill them up a bit. And then we can go for the smite on the spitter.
Begone, fiend.
Crit for 34. Take that down.
A trifling
Can't
victory,
take the coin.
but a victory nonetheless.
Let's keep going. We have the sack here. Some more coin that we cannot take. And let's this room. We have a room battle with treasure. There's a chest there. And we have an outlaw bloodletter, an outlaw cutthroat, and an outlaw fusilier with stealth. Let's go ahead and go for the tracking shot on the fusilier. You get the buff, take out of stealth, fire. Ow.
Unnerved.
That does no damage to distance. Crit. Hide. You hit everyone else. You got the debuff on everyone. Let's see. Let's go for the. Let's go for the plague grenade.
A singular strike.
We get the crit for 1 on the cutthroat. We hit the fusilier for 2, but we get the blight on both. Let's see. Let's go for the Bulwark of Faith. Get the protection up. And then we'll go for the Dazzling Light on the Fusilier. Oh no, we can't hit the Fusilier, so let's go for that on the Cutthroat then. There we go, we get the stun. Blight does some damage. There goes the stun. Rain of Whips. It's everyone. And everyone but Hide. Resist bleed. Blanket fire. It's everyone. Dismas and Ditton do not resist the debuff. Let's go for the Duelist's Advance here on the Cutthroat. We'll take them down. And we can go for the Plague Grenade on this corpse and on the Fusilier. The Blight will take them down. The Blight on both. And the Whips does no damage to Reynold, but hits. And Hide, again, did not resist the bleed. The Repulse did some damage to the Bloodletter, though. It did some damage to them last time as well. Bleed. It might have, it might not have. Let's see, let's go with the... let's go for the Divine Grace on Hide here. We should have used a bandage to get rid of that bleed, but the heal is still sufficient. Let's go for the Stunning Blow on the Bloodletter. They resist the stun. The Blight takes care of the corpse there. That Blight is going to take care of the Fusiliers, so don't worry about that. Let's go for the Point Blank Shot. It does some very good damage there. Now let's go for the Battlefield Medicine. Let's go for that on Hide. Heal them up the rest of the way and get rid of that bleed. Or we can go for the Divine Comfort on Ditton and heal them up. Rain of Whips. Everyone dodged and the repulsed takes them down. Very good. Very nice. Very happy to see that. Nice. So we can't take all of this. It's fine. No scout from that. Let's just have Reynold try to open the chest normally. 60s. We can't even take those with us. Let's keep moving then. We can deal with that hunger just fine. Now we have an open spot in our inventory. We have more gold. We've been throwing a lot of gold at us, so we'll take some. And another vial of the blood. We'll just keep going here then. We have another pack, which contains more loot.
Finding the
gold.
stuff is only the first
And we
test.
can use the food that
Now
we
it
found
must
here
be carried
to
home.
heal up Dismas a bit. This torch, bring up the torch light. No room battle. We do get a scout though. So the room boss is there, or the boss room. I mean, move to this room, boss, is what it says here, so, yeah. But yes, the boss is there, and we have a curio and a trap leading up to them. So instead of going through this hallway, taking care of the curio, trap, and then backtracking, since it is only a curio and a trap, and we know that Dismas has a 100% chance to disarm traps, let's go ahead and set up camp now, since we don't have any buffs that will vanish after we set up camp.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Let's go for the feast. That'll heal everyone up to full and get rid of some stress. Now, Ide is very stressed out. We need to be very careful of that. Now, we have 2 people who can potentially set up a nighttime ambush prevention measure. And I don't think Bandit's sense giving us an extra chance, or a rather plus 20% chance of surprising monsters, and a 20% lower chance of the party being surprised for 4 battles is actually going to help as much as reducing the rest of Reynolds' stress. So we're going to go with the Zealous Vigil. Zealous Speech could be good. Let's see. We really want to get rid of the stress on Ide here, so we'll have Didn't go for the Encourage. We can go for the Pray here, but that won't affect Ide. It will still give everyone a little bit of protection. And then we can go for the... we'll go for the Stand Tall, just because it uses more on right here. Alright. Go ahead and rest now. I'm ready for the battle. Let them come. Things are going according to plan. Blessed are we, that no fear has o'ertaken us. Hunting here seems futile. All meat is surely tainted. Alright. Now let's head over this way. See what that curio is. It is an unburned torch, which we will take.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Now, Dismas, go ahead and disarm this trap. Alright. Head over to here. And now we'll go ahead and preemptively make sure that we're right here. Use some holy water. Everyone. First 3 turns of the battle that is to come. A bit of a buff in our favor. Plus 33% blight, bleed, disease, and debuff resistance. Or resist. For 3 rounds. Will be very helpful. Right.
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
Alright. So now we have the Necromancer. 158 hit points. 158 HP there. Yeah, 158 HP. Unholy and Eldritch. 9 dodge, 9 speed, 95% stun resist, 40% blight and bleed resist, 60% debuff resist, and 45% move resist. Alright, well, we'll start off with the Duelist Advance here. Does some good damage, sets up the Riposte. We'll go for the Noxious Blast. Only has 1 action. You get the blight and the debuff there. The Clawing Dead.
A dizzying blow to
On
body
Ide
brain.
and Ditton. It's Ditton for 5. Crits Ide for 11. And brings up a Bone Bulwark. Let's set up the Bulwark of Faith on Reynold. Now we have protection there, which is at plus 43%, which now puts Reynolds' protection at 68%. Let's go for the Dazzling Light on this bulwark. They resist the stun. Let's go for the Noxious Blast on the Necromancer again. Keep that blight going. Get the debuff and the blight again. Let's go for the point blank shot on the bulwark. That does some good damage. They resist the knockback. Blight does some damage to the Necromancer. The flesh is willing. Use that on Reynold and Dismas. We'll get hit by that. But Reynold riposted for a bit there. The bulwark went for the foul warding on the Bone Veteran, which that the flesh is willing brought forth. And that veteran is also stealthed. Let's go for the Divine Comfort here. Heal everyone up a bit. And then we can go for the Stunning Blow on the Bone Bulwark. We get the stun, and that removes the guard from the Bone Veteran. We cannot use the tracking shot on them as they are in the front, unfortunately, but we can go for the Duelist's Advance on the Necromancer, which does some decent damage there. And then, we'll actually go for the Noxious Blast on the Bone Bulwark with a crit for 1. The Blight will take care of them, so we don't have to worry about that. And let's go for the Dazzling Light on the Necromancer. We get the stun. Blight does some damage there. That was the stun. Graveyard Slash. Dismas, which I dodge. And the riposte does some good damage. Let's go for the Zealous Accusation. That takes care of the veteran, and then the Blight takes care of the bulwark. Let's go for the point blank shot. Yes, point blank shot. That takes care of the corpse, which moves the Necromancer back into the front. And let's go for the Divine Comfort again. Heal everyone. Everyone's up to full now. Blight does some more damage. Flesh is willing on Reynold and Dismas. They both dodge, and the riposte does some damage to the Necromancer. That brings in another stealth Bone Veteran. Blight and the debuff are now both gone. Let's see if we can reapply that though. Go for the Noxious Blast on the Necromancer again. Get the Blight and the debuff. And then let's go for the Smite on the Necromancer. Actually, let's go for the Stunning Blow. With a crit for 17. They resist the stun though. That's alright. Let's go for the Duelist Advance on them. Damage, the Blight does some damage there. The Clawing Dead on Ditton and Hide. Ow. And then another stealth Bone Veteran shows up. Let's go with the Plague Grenade here. And the Necromancer. Set up some more Blight there. And we'll go for the Dazzling Light on the Necromancer. They resist the stun. Graveyard Slash on Reynold. And Reynold can't really do much, so they have to move forward. They could have passed, but they would suffer some stress from that. Didn't want that to happen. So let's go for the tracking shot on this Bone Veteran here. We'll bring them out of stealth. Set a buff on Dismas. Clawing Dead on Ditton and Ide again. And it brings another Bone Veteran. Let's go for the Plague Grenade. Get the Blight on both of them. And then let's go for the Dazzling Light on this Bone Veteran. Because that's all we can really type with that. We get the stun. And now Reynold has to move back. And then a Graveyard Slash. Ditton. Ow. There goes the stun on that veteran. Blight will take care of that veteran. Don't have to worry about that. Let's have Dismas move back. Blight does some damage. Necromancer there, 6 feet under. All of them. Does some stress. was dark. Dismas, no, not Dismas, Reynold. Reynold just said, I see an old man alone on his deathbed. That's not necessarily you, Reynold. No need to worry about that. Well then, the Blight will take care of the Necromancer, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's just focus on surviving right now. Let's go ahead and use the battlefield medicine here on Hyde. Heal them up a bit. The Blight takes care of that veteran. Then let's go with the Divine Grace on Ditton with a crit heal for 26. Graveyard Slash on Reynold, which they dodge. And then a Graveyard Slash on Dismas. Ow. Then that brings them out of stealth, and we can go for the Smite, which takes them down. Then we can go for the Duelist Advance. Let's see if Dismas can take down the Necromancer with it. There we go.
With no living sinew to actuate them, will these walking bones finally fail? Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Blueprints. These rare loot items are age-old plans for expanding the hamlet. They are consumed when constructing new buildings in the districts. Blueprints are guarded by bosses. So we have a blueprint here. Blueprint. Meticulous architectural sketches of hamlet structures. Yes. Blueprint. Meticulous... blueprint. Meticulous architectural sketches of hamlet structures. We also have a stun stone and a disease charm. And we'll take the disease charm. And now that we're done here, we can swap out some food for the stun stone. Quest is complete. We can continue adventuring just a little bit. Just long enough to check if we got a scout from that. Okay, so there is no secret room here. So, we'll go ahead and have that quest complete. That went very well, all things considered. We got 6,750 gold. There's a quest reward from that. As well as 6 busts, 8 crests, and a Hell's Hairpin. Got 7,135 gold from the supplies that went unused and the treasures that we got. 12 crests, and a blueprint. And now, Reynold, Dismas, Ditton, and Ide are all level 5. They're all champions. Reynold got Germaphobe, minus 10 accuracy versus Blighted. It's not great, especially when they run with Ide. We'll probably have to take care of that. Dismas got Deadly, plus 2% crit, replaced Gothic. That's actually really good. That benefits the high crit that Dismas already gets. And Gothic is good because Reynold, Dismas, Ditton, and Ide are the 4-person team, the party that they kind of stick together. They kind of stick with each other there. Like we don't send Reynold, Dismas, Ditton, and Ide out with anyone else. I won't say we never have, but we don't. So that's just how that one is, and that will help because Gothic won't really benefit from Gothic because there won't be an occultist with them. Ditton got Balanced, plus 15% move resist, replaced Ruin's Adventurer. We hardly had that for any time, but no, I guess that's alright. Move resist is pretty good to have. And Ide got Resilient in place of Spiritual, plus 10% stress heal Z. That's unfortunate. I would have rather had Spiritual than Resilient, but Resilient is still good, I suppose. Especially with how much stress that Ide has right now, it would have been helpful to have Resilient, admittedly, when the party made camp. Right, let's return to town. Back to the hamlet.
A fresh irritant, to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Let's send Ide to the bar to to get rid of some of the copious stress that they have there. And then we can send Reynold to get rid of Germaphobe. Right. Let's see. Eagle Eye and Deadly are both very good. So let's... we could lock in Eagle Eye, but I don't know if we have enough money that we want to do that right now. So let's just hold off on that. Yes, let's go ahead and unequip all trinkets here. Sort by rarity. There we go. Alright. We have a lot of trinkets. I think we have... we have about 75 trinkets. That's a lot. And none of them are duplicates. Oh. Let's see what the Nomad Wagon has. Knight's Crest, Book of Intuition, Scouting Whistle, Debuff Stone. Nothing there really of interest. On the stagecoach, we have 2 Seeker Occultists, 2 Seeker Men-at-Arms. This is Men-at-Arms. The Seeker Flagellant, and 2 Adventurer Grave Robbers. None of those are really of interest at the moment. Let's see. If memory serves, we are 1 bust shy. Yes, we are 1 bust shy of upgrading the medical devices the final time in the cemetery. That's not too bad though. And we now have a blueprint. Hang on a second. Sorry about that, Shenanigamers. Had to take care of something real quick. We're back now. So now we have 1 blueprint. As of right now, we could actually build the performance hall for the Jester, which I was not even thinking about. I was looking at the Athenaeum and the Altar of Light. But we do have enough crests now to build the performance hall for the Jester, which would give them minus 10% stress, plus 2 speed, and plus 20% damage on their finale skill. There are a lot of good options here. If we save up busts for a while, we could even get the granary. Or granary, whichever it is. I think it's granary? It might be granary or granary. I'm calling it a granary though. Because that's how it's spelled. If it's wrong, oh well. Yes, the granary has plus 15% healing when eating, and some food is granted for free each week, as the benefits it gives there, which is very good. Cartographer's Camp, Torchlight is more beneficial. That could be very good as well. Although, Bank. Interest gained on save gold, 5% per week. The more gold we have, the more gold we will get every week. We need 15,000 gold and 50 portraits for that. That could be very useful. Very, very useful. Potentially. Let's see, what else can we get? Yeah, I think we just keep saving up here. We have a blueprint now, so we can do something with that. Instead of getting the performance hall, I think we'll wait on that. But yes, that was a very successful boss fight there. And that is going to go ahead and do it for this episode of Darkest Dungeon. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see more content like this, or the other kinds of content that we put out on the channel, we're going to keep that content coming, so don't you worry about that. Hit the notification bell so that you receive notifications whenever we upload new videos. Leave a comment on the video, it helps us out a lot, it really, really does. Also, remember to leave a comment if you want to have one of the heroes on this roster named after you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!